Hey everyone, this is Louis7 and I am streaming Lord of the Rings Online, and we are going to... So for this stream, I wasn't sure last night what I would be doing, so I'm having two streams today to begin with. So this one we are going to pick back up in the Shire where we left off last night. So the Shire, I spent a long time there and trying to get my headphones situated, but yeah, I spent a long time there, over 4 hours, and I just got really tired. I thought I might take a break and continue it back up. But it seems like we finally started making some progress towards the end of that stream, like the last half hour or so or something of it. But yeah, we spent so long here. I did not expect it to take this long to go through the Shire, and we still have quite a bit to do, it seems like. We have to go to Brockenborings, Budgeford, Stock. We have quite a few things to do here. And some things I did since last night on this character, I did finish my apprentice tier for prospecting. Not quite metalsmith. I do have stuff I can process and finish that, but I was thinking I would be making myself a level 15 armor, which right now it's definitely not important because I don't really need it. Yeah, so I decided to not do that and kind of abandon the crafting in the middle of it. So I did do a little bit of that, but we are level 15 here. And it's also storming right now in the Shire, it looks like. And another thing with doing this stream early, it's kind of something I've been thinking about doing two streams a day, one earlier in the day for me and then one in the evening, like my more usual time. So today I think will be a good day to test that, actually doing two streams. I know I'm still doing the annual gameplays, finishing up WoW with that, so I'm having like those videos in the morning. But yeah, on weekends it's definitely something I've considered doing. Even some other days when I'm less busy, some Fridays or Mondays, that could be something I do, a shorter stream in the morning, maybe 2 hours, which isn't all that short really. Maybe even an hour would be more ideal for me. But some of those, usually I'm working on other videos though, and particularly on Monday and Friday mornings. That's when I like to work on my editing, if I don't have other stuff to do. So yeah, but as far as the Shire goes, we're going to continue it and see if it's still what's going on with it. Overall, so far, it's been enjoyable doing it once. I thought I did a lot more of the Shire when I went through, so I've been playing LOTRO a long time and leveled a ton of characters, but haven't leveled in the Shire. I thought I leveled one character in the Shire a lot more than I did, because some of these quests, I remember some of the specific ones I did last night, but the bulk of these quests I'm not really remembering. But some good things about the Shire, I talked about this the last stream scattered throughout when I was going about it, but they have a lot of copper ore. That's really nice. And they do have some neat animal dens. Unfortunately, there's no like bear slayer, but there is a wolf den and a wolf slayer. So that's not too bad. That's kind of just a neat thing to have that actually has mobs, which for another zone wouldn't really, it'd be like a normal thing. And there was one more thing I thought. They had a pretty fun instance in Needlehole area. I didn't really like the rush, the rush shock bog there. But overall, I don't know what I'm like really doing. I need to travel to Stock, but that's a really long way to run. I don't know if I want to hoof it in. I would be picking up copper the whole time, basically. Oh, I can equip my level 15 jewelry. We all know I need that. So if anyone didn't see my stream yesterday of this character, basically, I am really... What? Wrist? Am I trying? Oh, that... So that wrist looks like a ring, okay. There we go. Trying to replace the long thing. So we get another... Oh, this is Homesteads of Iridor. So housing broker... That's just in the Shire homestead. We can go ahead and run there real quick. I also have another quest over here to the west, it looks like. I just got level 15, I think, from the crafting, and we did have a few silver rings, so that's probably what we're getting towards. I'm assuming the training hall here is actually my Guardian class quest. Hey, Johnny Biscuit and Jacek Cham. Actually, look at the chat for a second there. But yeah, I'm also kind of interested to see, because I know a lot of EU viewers, like, I stream at a bad time for them, and some people have commented that in the past, so hopefully if I do, like, in the future, do more streams like this earlier in the day. And I was even thinking I would do it earlier in the morning, but I kind of, today in particularly, I had other stuff I wanted to do, and then ate lunch and basically started this right after that. So I'll go ahead and open these boxes too. Is the buff weathertop painting unique? Because I could actually get two of those, I think. I don't know if I can get two. I don't remember getting two on other characters, though. So what's my class quest? Shield against adversity. I don't really remember the level 15 Guardian class quest, so we'll probably also do that today. I don't see why not. It looks like that's going to be way at Bree, though, so that'll be when we finish. It's an upgrade helmet. I'll give it that. I only have a level 7 helmet right now, and the one I could craft at 15, I would guess, is even better than that one. Maybe not, though. Anyway, let's go ahead and start getting towards Michael Delving. Or not getting towards Stock, the other side from Michael Delving. And if I look at my deeds, I can see some of my progress on some of these quest chains. So just to kind of recap where I am in the Shire, I don't know, the actual level of the quest wise, I feel like I'm still only about halfway through the zone. Oh, we don't want to go here. Yeah, this is going to be a kind of slow travel because there aren't any swift travels. But as far as the level of the quests go, I feel like I'm only halfway done, but there is just that really long part around the hill to Tuckborough, which took quite a bit of time yesterday, and those were all like level 9 quests, so we are making some progress on that. And I don't know where the Shire like ends, if it actually ends at 12 to 13, because you just go into Buckland, which is kind of another little hobbit area on the far west of Bree. So I don't know exactly where the quests are intended to end level wise, but if it is closer to 15 and there are a lot more quests, then we're probably only getting towards halfway done now, which it doesn't feel like it. It feels like we're way more than halfway done. I'm also getting the hang of the questing and the style with it. Some of these towns over here and just little ones we've been to, like Overhill, all of the quest sets there are starting to make more sense, and I'm getting the hang of how you do them and the flow of the zone a lot better than when we started. I was just running around like a lost elf to start. I have a lot of turn-ins though. But yeah, we've been running a lot of pies and these messenger things, the satchels, to the postman throughout this, and I'll have a lot of ones like Brocken Borings to Hobbiton. Those ones are going to take a little while because I can't mount or anything. So yeah, that's kind of where we are in the Shire and some of what I've been doing. Overall, I am getting the hang of it a lot more. And again, I think I briefly talked about this, but the Shire, it's been enjoyable. I just don't think it's the most fun thing to do after I've done it once. Maybe doing it a few years down the road would be something I could do again, but as far as other starter areas or just the starter areas in general, I wouldn't want to do the Shire more than once. It's fun to do that one time. Did I really not have the travel there? Oh, have I not discovered it? Well, I guess we are going to run from here all the way there. Do I have any? Usually I seem to always have like a 20% speed boost thing from something. Maybe that's from like a daily thing. I didn't know if it was from one of these gift boxes you get while leveling, like all this other stuff. Might as well go ahead and use a maximum power one. That's a pretty useless thing, and I would rather use it at least than have it go to waste. Kind of like the out of combat regen ones. The out of combat regen ones are actually kind of nice because, you know, you restore your stuff between fights faster. We're kind of just havically running through here. It doesn't actually take that long to run there. I just prefer to be on a stable master because then I could focus on talking about the Shire and the Guardian a little bit. I guess I can do some more class talk since this is kind of a part 2. I talked a lot about the Guardian in those 4 hours, but it's kind of scarce and I haven't done all that much combat and fighting to talk so much about what I'm doing. But overall, the Guardian so far, it's one of the more fun low-level classes because you get so many skills. I think even by level 7 I had most of these skills. And yeah, I've gotten since then Vexing Blow and what did I get? Vexing Blow might be the only one that I actually remember getting somewhat recently. And yeah, I'm in the red line here. I actually just got I didn't ever put this point in, but more skill damage and increased melee damage and critical damage multiplier. So that plays to the theme of crit damage for a red line and just the skill damage. But we'll get some bleeds at level 17, 19, and 21. we'll eventually have thrust in most of our main bleeds. And one thing I did talk about that I want to mention again because it is really weird is Brutal Assault becomes one of your main skills later on in the red line. But not only do you not get it until quite a bit later in the red line, you also don't get its effect to actually make it one of your main skills till even later, Hemorrhage here, to make it a bleed, and then you get something else, I believe even later, to reset the cooldown of Brutal Assault, because it has a long cooldown, too long of a cooldown to be a main skill, but its cooldown will reset enough that it basically is a main skill later on. So it's kind of weird how that is. Also have, as far as crafted stuff, I plan to make this character level 22 set, but that shouldn't really apply from what we're doing today. I don't expect to level up all that fast. I wasn't leveling fast before, and I'm doing really low level quests. Green ones give hardly any XP, but we just gotta ignore that part of questing. Normally when I quest, I think about how much XP they give me, being most efficient as I can with leveling regards to questing, but we gotta drop all that thinking with the Shire and just go about it and try and enjoy it that way. Hey, Happy Seal. A lot of people seem to enjoy the last stream. We had a lot of people watching it live. More than some of my other recent streams. So we got that. We discovered the stock location. I've been here. I've been questing in stock, but I guess never talked to that guy. Finish? Oh, that's just a finish. I don't even get to select my rewards. So we yeah, we did a few quests that we didn't quite turn at the end. Actually, I have a couple things to do in here. Oh yeah, I have to select either the prepared or the unprepared. I feel like I'm really prepared guardian. Oh, we're doing a travel. I didn't even pay attention to exactly what I was clicking, but okay, this one might be provide support for Bingo as he prepares to swim. This is kind of the stuff I didn't really want to get into. I thought the Bingo buff and questline had stuff like this where you're instances, and it's more story focused, but something I'm personally less interested in. But as far as like, that is a little bit separate from the Shire, but it's actually lining up well with the quests I'm already doing, so we'll go ahead and do the one. So you have to choose the Buoyant, the Sinking Stone. I'd probably be the Buoyant as a high elf. I'm not like these hobbits that just sink. Actually, I don't know. Wonder if hobbits do have more trouble swimming or not. Stay out of Bingo's way while he warms himself up. We'll just go over here. I think I'm out of the way enough. I don't know why he's running in that weird pattern, but okay. At least he's being a little bit entertaining for us. Oh yeah, so I've never even got into like the stream title here. We're already, it does not feel like I've been streaming for over 10 minutes. I guess I've been talking quite a bit and filling up that time, but yeah, the stream title is Too Many Hobbits Need Help, because these hobbits don't actually need help if you pay a little bit of attention. It's stuff they can just do by themselves, but they're too lazy, and they're making us high elves do it. Actually, it would be other hobbits more naturally if they were actually questing in the Shire as they're supposed to. But for me, it's a high elf, and yeah, these guys don't actually need the help. They just want the help. What do we have? We have no virtues to put. Slug Slayer. I thought about trying to work. I don't even know what goblin I defeated, actually. I've defeated one goblin, but I don't remember defeating a goblin. Something like Spider Slayer Advanced, that's one I could do quickly if I just wanted to get some progress on deeds in here. Something to consider. Oh, I need to swim to the other side. I'm just like sitting here doing nothing. At least I can use charge. It'll make me swim faster. I don't know if it's still like this, but you used to be able to jump while swimming and you'd swim slightly faster. My muscles ache. But I've put on a fine demonstration. I don't think my muscles actually ache. I'm a high elf guardian. Swimming like that's pretty easy. Do I have to swim back? Am I demonstrating how to swim to Bingo Boffin? This isn't like technically a vanilla server, but if you mean the legendary server, it is that. Return to Bingo. I do not think he's swimming. I think he's just kicking the water. Okay. That actually wasn't too bad. It was a little bit entertaining.
I think that went fairly well.
Recommended level 11, so we're 4 levels too high for this next week. Oh yeah, because they released these episodes kind of. I'm not the Stinking Stone. I'm really buoyant. I very easily swam past that thing, but yeah, it has level 11 now, so we're going back to Bingo Boffin at the Hobbit Hole in Michael Delving for that one, so we'll wait until I assume some other quests. I'll have to head that way. I have a couple other things to head that way for, like these delivery and probably a spoiled pie I have to take back to Hobbiton, so I'll eventually. Do I have another thing to do inside the... I have an interior quest location, so I do want to check that out. The Golden Perch. All these ends are kind of neat too. It's... The Shire just started off. It started off kind of enjoyable, but the middle slog of it became less enjoyable, but now it's kind of neat seeing these different things throughout here. And it could have probably been just the order I was doing quests wasn't all that ideal. There were just so many things to run around and do and not really go out like a typical quest set. So I just kind of went about it haphazardly. We can untrack my Guardian one. I still have to go to Scary. I know I have the prologue there. We'll swim across here and I guess do Budgeford. Oh, I have bundle for Budgeford, so yeah, I do want to do that. I also have spoiled pie from stock. I could probably... I really should go ahead and do the spoiled pie from stock. I know that's going to be an annoying quest and one of the longer ones for running pie, but it is something I should go ahead and get done and avoid all the hungry hobbitses. Okay, so the pie should be over here. Somewhere in here. There's a spoiled pie. Those hungry hobbits, they'll still eat some spoiled pie. So I think last time, what did I do? I accidentally ran into Frogmorton. I was just like on auto run going about it, looking at deeds and stuff that I like to... Is that a... That's a nosy one, I assume. Yeah. But yeah, just after a while I stopped paying attention because while on auto run I like to look at stuff and check my progress. So here's back at my deeds. These are how many spoiled pies I have to go. So I'll have 8 of 12 after this, which means I just have 4 left. Which is Scary, where we're headed to. Little Delving is actually way back here. So we'll go, that one's going to be relatively easy. It's still not the shortest, but Brockenborings, Budgeford, and this one are going to be some of the more annoying ones along with Scary. So we have Budgeford, Scary, Brockenborings, and the one from stock now, as well as the Little Delving one. Got a title. Oh yeah, the Buoyant, or the Prepared. If I had to make one, I kind of like the Buoyant. Just makes me think of buoyant air parcels. Got roast pork. Getting a decent amount of food. Oh, we got another beer we need to drink. I'm a super hunk, John Greenleaf. Gotta avoid, is that one a hungry hobbit? No, that one's a nosy. Don't need to avoid it, but gotta start paying attention to the hobbits here. There's a level 120 bounder. feel like he's really little and I could beat him in a fight, but he has a lot of morale and a bow, which is probably scary. Have I done the Shire Brewmaster deed? I don't think so. Let's see. Oh, these are all the deeds I've completed in the Shire, and these are the ones I'm on. It'd actually be neat if there was for all these beers I'm getting along the way, because I've drinking all of them from the... Did I really just walk into one? See, that was the time I just stopped paying attention again, and the Hungry Hobbit smelled it. Okay, at least... Oh, we were actually pretty close there. And that's what happens almost every time I fail it. I just stop paying attention to the Hungry Hobbits and I'm going on about other things. But yeah, I don't know what the Brewmaster deed is, but it would be neat if there was another one to actually drink all these beers that we're getting at the different ends along the way for helping them out. I ran 4 Nost Water on my Warden this morning. Yeah, it was my Warden. And we had a really good group. Normally there's some difficulty with parts of the instances that I've had with any group, especially that low level. You get a title for doing the Shire... Yeah, I don't know what the Shire Brewmaster deed is though, but starts in the Inn in Michael Delving. I've done every quest along the way, so maybe that's just something separate, or maybe I have missed a quest, I don't know. I've tried to get every quest along the way, though. That was my reaction when I saw on the mini-map one of those eyes to avoid it, but nope, don't need to do that until I'm actually carrying something again. So we'll just keep going about this one until I actually do it. Usually after failing it, especially that time, once again, I don't think I've ever had to try any of these 3 times that have been these relatively simple ones. Besides there, I just assumed those were all nosy hobbits, but I didn't really care since it was so early into that. There's the spoiled pie. So is that one yeah, that one is a hungry. We'll just go around it. Plus, some of these hungry hobbits, they have really good noses. They can smell it behind a house or something, even. It would probably... I don't really want to go into the Woodhall area, but it could be... I don't know, Tuckborough might have some hungry hobbits. I don't know if there's really a great way besides going more along the road and just staying a bit south of Frogmorton and then heading up north along the river. I just gotta pay attention along the way. So... Speaking of paying attention, let's get distracted by some deeds. Brigand Slayer Advanced is one I could do, just kill a bunch of brigands here in the Green Hill country. Again, Goblin Slayer, I don't know if there will be some goblins maybe in Scary or towards the green fields. Because there are some goblins in southern Evendem there, near Oak Barton. That's still... I've had a lot of quests to go to Scary, which I guess is too. I've had them for a long time rather than a lot of quests, but... Yeah, that's why I keep wanting to go there. I want to see why it's called Scary. If it's just called Scary because that's what they named it, or if they actually called it Scary because there's something scary about it. You know, there's a quarry there. Ballad of Bingo Boffin, we're getting some progress on that. That's up to level 11. Did I never visit the housing? I meant to visit the housing here, and... Well, we never did that. We can do that whenever we go back to Michael Delving. It's not something really important I gotta do, it's just a quick turn in that area. It's actually kind of nice, it tells you pretty much exactly where to go through those, and they're in the map. I think it's somewhat obvious, Shire Homesteads, that it's kind of that area. Where my house happens to be. I'm probably going to get another elf house. I just wanted to be in a house with my kin's neighborhood, but since we have the kin island now, I don't think it's as important to have a house next to them. But I think you can have more than one house. I don't know. I haven't utilized the housing system all that much in LOTRO. I'll probably head north here and start going along the river just in case I'm not looking at the mini map for a split second and run into a hungry hobbit. We can avoid it. Plus we get some nice view of that bog in the rain. Very pretty. At least yesterday was sunny. We were actually able to get some nice screenshots here in the zone. Also sold some stuff, I guess. I don't know if anybody paid attention to my inventory and how much cleaner it is now, but I did sell some stuff, not a whole bunch. But yeah, I just haven't gotten much, haven't killed many mobs, gotten much like loot or weapons or gear from quests. Kind of just throw you to the wolves, it seems like, when you finish the Shire, not getting all that many. I know I have a lot of my gears crafted, but I haven't gotten that much gear from the actual quest, it seems like. Or weapons, so you're just kind of out on your own once you finish. I believe there's a hungry hobbit. He gets that one. I should be fine to deliver it. Okay. That would just really suck for the hungry hobbit to smell it from way back there when I'm here right at where I need to turn it in at. There we go. We got 200 XP-ish for that. Now we're ready to just right back to stock. Guess I can take the travel from the... That'll be a little bit faster. From the thingy here. You know, I actually might have used one of those speed things yesterday on this character. If you get those. I don't know if you get those from the leveling box or if they're from the Hobbit presents. Speaking of Hobbit presents, I never even thought about them being the Hobbit presents that you get daily, the silver and gold boxes. Yeah, maybe this is my way of thanking them for all the presents I've gotten throughout LOTRO since they added that. Helping them with the stuff they don't need all that much help with and could do on their own. It's kind of like Oat Barton. It was fun to do that. Because I think when I did that on my Lore Master, I only did like the first quest set or something before and decided I probably want to continue. But yeah, it's kind of fun like Oat Barton. In that way, going through it the first time, even though Oat Barton did start taking a while and I was glad to be done with it. But yeah, it's kind of like that, which is another Hobbit area, of course, in southern Evandem. And then you get into some real stuff in Dwelling. Here's Evandem. Way down there, all this, not the North Cotton. Yeah, I actually think it is the North Cotton area that you do those quests. Yeah, I really didn't mean to make the level 12 ring. It doesn't really matter. I mean, I just kind of logged on my jewelry and decided I would make this character some gear. Hey Silly Pro, and if you're new to this game, so the classes I like are pretty much classes that probably aren't good for a new player. But Hunter, if you like a range class that's an archer. Champion, if you like a melee class. I could also recommend Guardian. I'm playing Guardian right now, and they aren't too bad. I prefer Guardian to Champion personally. Burglar can be decent if you want a kind of faster paced melee class like Dan's Adventure said. And then what else? Guardian also, if you want to tank, they're a good one for that. Champions can technically tank, but it's probably best to ignore that, especially if you're new. They aren't the best, and it takes a bit getting used to how their tank playstyle is. And then what else? Their Lore Master can be a good one. They have some more intricate things about them, I guess, especially at higher level. You just get a lot of different things and longer cooldown stuff you have to manage, but they can be a good one for new players because they have pets and their pets are really strong. And if you want something more simple, or maybe if you want something a little bit more advanced, they have 2 specs that I would recommend playing: blue line and red line. Because you have, I don't know if you're familiar with LOTRO, you have the 3 specs, blue, red, and yellow. What am I doing carrying this satchel to Budford? Yeah. And as far as who was I talking about? Lore Master goes, the blue line is a more simple one that's pet focused if you want something like that, but you also have the red line for the Lore Master, which is a bit stronger at higher levels in particular. I think I actually have to try and cross a bridge somewhere. Because if I try and swim, I don't know. That looks pretty shallow and like I can make it. We can try it. We're pretty close to the satchel. If I do fail this. Just gotta jump on the rocks. Now I actually feel stuck. We'll try. Oh, we did drop it. Just enough swimming to drop it. So the Minstrel, Dane's Adventures, I don't know if you've seen the Minstrel update, but they are a lot weaker at low levels. They can still blow through the content relatively quickly, but they are definitely weaker than they used to be. Which I think is personally a good thing. Yeah, Minstrel has some more just stuff. They're a pretty unique class, so they do have some stuff that takes getting used to. Where is this satchel guy anyway? I have to actually remember where I gotta go because he's not like in the middle of town. He was on the outskirts here, I believe. Yeah, he was by the bridge. I might be able to just go through right there. I just thought I'd go ahead and try so I didn't have to go all the way around. Hey Genesis, I'm on the Anor server. If you're on Saranen, the French server, I don't know if we can. Plus I'm just kind of questing here in the Shire right now. I want to try and get over. Oh well, we'll try and make it. This looks like some shallower water, yeah. It's hard to tell because of the reflections. Oh, we completed the farms of the Shires. The Shire. I'm very thankful there aren't the Shires. Yeah, so Minstrel, the high level damage I think is slightly better, maybe? I don't know, it's pretty much the same. It might be slightly better though on my high level Minstrel, but yeah, leveling they pretty much fixed it. It used to be, as far as my Minstrel experience at least, you played the one more than me, but when I was leveling my Minstrel, you went like way up on your damage and then just slowly tapered off as you leveled up. So to me that kind of felt bad, but now it's a more smooth progression even though at low levels you're a lot weaker. I don't know where I need to take this exactly. Doesn't look like I have many nosy hobbits to worry about wherever I'm taking it though. Not this guy. Is it way down here maybe? Trying to see the rings on my map. No, that's a new quest. There should be, what is this one? Bundle for Budgeford. Oh, it's this guy right here. Just missed him. So that one is Bundle for Scary. So we're finally making our progress towards Scary. It looks like we will go to Scary and then Brocken Borings. But first we gotta do some Budgeford stuff. We'll have to take a pie all the way to Hobbiton. So I'm probably gonna go ahead and do that and get that done and over with. Do the more boring stuff first. Defeat wolves? Okay, it looks like we're getting... I don't know, I estimated at one point that I only got for a while there until we got to Woodhall and kind of Frogmorton when they started some more realistic quest sets, even in Overhill a little bit. Like only 4 real quests in this zone. But yeah, we're actually getting some more to do, like normal quest set as we're going on, so that kind of... There's still a lot more quests that I wouldn't consider normal. Do I have to... No, I can't even go in there. I assume I'll have to go on one of these things and one of them will be an inn. Every little town I've stopped at, I've had to at least. Oh no, I thought this one was it because the ring was right at the door. For some reason there's a little arrow just like, I don't know if somebody shot one right at his door. Maybe barely missed him. Okay, well let's go ahead and do the pie and get that done and over with. And avoid the hungry hobbits. There's a hungry one. We can stay, I think, north of the river and then kind of in the bog area. transition. So this one I expect to be a little bit easier to complete than the stock one, at least, avoiding the hungry hobbits. Bowyer. I was kind of wondering what all these vendors were. Two-handed weapon trader. I don't want to, yeah, I can't even interact them, but I don't want to spend too much time because I do have to worry about the progress with this. Guess I can go down here. Yeah, another big change with the minstrel is kind of how their cries and calls were their strongest skills and they could one-shot. Instead of it being that, the ballads are actually a lot stronger, so the sustain when you're not using those is at least makes up a little bit for the damage. It does still take a bit longer than one-shotting though. But yeah, the ballads are a lot stronger, so that's another thing I like. And that is one thing I noticed on my high-level minstrel. The one on Arkenstone, that my ballads were a lot stronger and my cries and calls didn't seem weaker. And maybe even seem stronger. It just seemed pretty similar. It was hard to tell with that character. If the update, how much it changed my damage at that high level. But yeah, the ballads, I actually like that the ballads are a lot more useful and stronger. I guess they were useful before, but they have more impact now. Which also helps the yellow line. I love playing the yellow line if I am playing a minstrel and want to heal. I would much prefer to play the yellow line than the blue line. And having the ballad stronger helps with their damage output. They also fixed one of the what is it? What's that heal? The one that's not the shorter induction one that has the short cooldown now. Why can't I think of it? Raise my spirit or something? Raise the spirit. Raise my spirit's like the war speech. Whatever dissonance stands. I still call it war speech, but I think it's dissonance. But yeah, that one, they actually fixed the fellowship-wide heal over time with that to actually make it work. So that's kind of nice for when I play Yellow Line Minstrel, at least. Because that was... there are some specific bugs in LOTRO that they've actually been fixing with classes like that where skills just don't work like they're supposed to, but they've been actually making good progress fixing some of those things, so that is a nice thing overall. I really should have made my milestone to Budgeford and we could have just used that and taken our little break. I prefer yellow line than blue line healing. Yellow line healing isn't as strong healing wise, so if you really need the healing, blue line's better, but yeah, it's the... I think it's Raise the Spirit. The other one's Bolster Courage, that's what it is. I like just totally blanked out on what their skill names were, but Raise the Spirit is the short induction one that gives a fellowship-wide heal that used to not work, but now it works. Hey Diadems, Black Swan, and yeah, I don't know if it's so good for me to see me back in the Shire. Ooh, there's a rainbow. That's something at least. It's not a night rainbow like Regian, it's just like a regular rainbow when it's actually rainy and sunny. I gotta use my slash look mode again. Basically recreate my thumbnail just for this rainbow. There we go. Holy Priest in WoW? I think more like Discipline, if that's what you mean. It's kind of like... I don't really know what it's like because the other two I was thinking the blue line captain and yellow line Bjorning, while they deal damage, it's more melee. So it's a bit different than that, but yeah, they have more of a hybrid deal damage while healing. I think a lot of their benefit and more in-game and group stuff though is all the buffs they provide. Is more than the blue line for healing at least, and also the little bit of damage output does help. if you don't need the full healing, which a lot of the stuff I've run you could use the full healing, but then some other groups they're just so solid that you don't really need it. Like maybe if you have a captain for some off heals, you could just run a yellow line minstrel. Yellow line guardian though, that's a fun one. Just don't like blue line guardian, that's the thing I avoid. What do I need? I have a quest for something in here. Oh, the harvest flies? There's a little area of a ton of harvest flies. We never actually went back there, but we can go there now. I remember, I saw it on my mini-map. I want to go there just to see what's up with it. I think it's right up here on this hill. Holy Priest? Relies on dealing damage. If Discipline's the one that uses Atonement, that's kind of what I'm thinking of. Because they actually have to deal damage to heal. Well, I guess they don't have to, but fully heal. They're supposed to. I don't know where this. I thought the flies. I saw some sort of just on the minimap once a really dense area of these firefly things, harvest flies. And I thought it was on top of that hill, but unless they're all dead, maybe that is a possibility. I think I got a 500 crit last time. I kind of want to try to beat that. When I played my Holy Priest recently, did they still have the Holy thing, Holy Nova? Yeah, so it's there's this edit mode at the top left of I think bag 1, and you can just drag like all these slots individually from each bag to your single bag, and it's just one bag then. I don't think since they did the inventory update. Yeah, if I'm ever playing a priest in a while, I definitely prefer to play Discipline for the healing. I don't know why I keep mounting up. I need to actually, I don't know what I'm doing, but yeah, I actually need to kill some of these. No, there they are. They're back. They actually were up this hill, so we can run around and pick them up. We'll round a few up and basically finish this quest. Probably could have finished in about one pull if they were all actually here. Well, they're actually, I'm trying to pull that last one, just so I have them all. I have so many dots. I think with my little boost I'll have enough out of combat regen that I don't need a, well, all the dots are going away, but yeah, if I didn't have all this nice gear and all this morale, especially from the jewelry, I've had to use potions because I don't have anything to remove the wounds, and I've been getting so many dots in this zone. Okay, so Spectre of, can you only do that at night? It's nighttime gloaming, so let's try and do that one. Where's the Spectre thingy quest? Spectre of the Black Rider. That's the blue one. So I want to go ahead and try and do that just because it's nighttime gloaming. Is gloaming? I think gloaming's before dawn. It was hard to tell because it was raining. Oh, I gotta take...
Hello there. Good day. Good day. Want to have a word with you? What do you need? Might I have a word with you?
Okay. I am back here. Sorry, I had to take that phone call. So yeah, I finished a couple of these quests and it looks like I leveled up though. I think I just did turn-ins, talk to something, and pick somebody up. Spectre of the Black Rider, I just got that again when I talked to that person, but it looks like it's still going to be night, and actually looks like gloaming is right after sunset. I thought it was before dawn. But yeah, we're going to be questing a bit here at night, and where's the... Okay, so that's to... Fortunately, all my quests are lining up to the east there. This is a pretty big quest set compared to anything else I've done in this zone. Here's one to defeat wolves. Thought I already had a quest to defeat wolves. I don't know if I have two then, or if that's kind of... That was just a continue and still need to defeat wolves. Oh, here are a lot of wolves. Very nicely named. Wolf. I also got a new skill challenge. That doesn't really do anything for me. Just one shot a few of those. I did the same crit with Whirling Retaliation and Vexing Blow. Yeah, it looks like I do the same crits with them. At least on these mobs. They do the same damage, 170 to 240. That's kind of interesting. Well, we only need to defeat one more wolf now. But you know, if there's a group of wolves like this, I can't just defeat one. And it looks like everything else is to just talk to people. I picked up that little item there, which I think I saw a ring in this area, and that was probably it. It's very sad when I don't get crits and don't one-shot. So challenge, we'll probably move that up here in this area. I still gotta try and make sense of what I'm doing with my setup here. I don't even need the shield skills on my skill bar, really. Because I can't use them, and if I play the yellow line, I'm gonna play two-hander and can't use them, even though I can block in that line. Yeah, it looks like we're ready for turn-ins. We're actually, the XP we're getting is not too bad. I assumed we wouldn't be leveling up basically at all because these quests are green, and that means they give it's a big drop-off in XP basically. I'm getting so many pork sausages, I don't even need them. And unless I'm getting a clash trait point from anything else, level 21 to get all my bleeds. That is a little bit high level. I think I talked about this a bit yesterday, but as far as Guardian goes, what you get early on, it's just like regular skills, so that's kind of nice, and then you add effects to them and you have some of your mechanics pop up a little bit later, but I don't know, I think level 21 might be a bit high level for your bleeds to start popping up. I honestly feel like I think Sting is a good skill that could just apply a bleed, like a little bleed, if they wanted to add something to the red line. I don't know if they wanted to, but if I were going to change the red line a little bit, I might make Sting a little bit of a bleed to just kind of, one, introduce the mechanic, and two, just have another bleed make a use for another skill there. And if they wanted, that's a short cooldown skill and something you use as a filler, could have it tier, kind of like Slash for Bjornings. What are we doing? Turn in here. Oh, two things here at the left. Wait, Veronica runs back to Odavakar.
How do you do?
Talk to Callum. A lot of talking quests, it seems like, in this area, but that was a nice little quest set there that I did. I gotta give credit to this zone when it's due. So I might go ahead and do the Frogmorton one. The Menace Confronted, what is that one? Talk to Callum. Mature Black Bear, don't need those for anything. Yeah, it's kind of weird that they don't have a Bear Slayer deed. I feel like it's something they should have. Yeah, we definitely completed the first Wolf Slayer deed part. Just need the advanced one now, which I don't know if I will be doing those, but since I'm doing all the Shire, it's something I can consider once I finish the questing if there is a bit more I want to do, and if that seems interesting to me. Should probably check if I got any new virtues though, with some of the deeds I'm completing. Yeah, I got 2 innocence, that's good. It has a lot of physical mitigation, and that's basically what I want for my virtues at this point. Mitigations and resistance seem like by far the most useful things for virtues again. For a while there was main stats, but now they made main stats basically useless. And we're just headed right back to Budgeford. At least it seems like, always to me, some of the traveling here, like the little Budgeford to Frogmorton, is long, but it's not really that long, pretty quick to just mount up. I know you used to not be able to have mounts at this point, and you would have to run and probably take a little while, which also isn't necessarily a bad thing, it's just different and quicker now. Like, I consider this a good thing that I can just run on my mount and go through this, but it was just a different game back then. But since I have the ability to use a mount, I still want to use it. We'll get this copper deposit. So yeah, I'm already up to 125 chunks of copper ore again. You all can't even see, I have 65 bronze ingots, and I think I ended up crafting, I want to say 70-ish of those. Something like that. I believe it's 2 copper ore each though, so that could have been... So yeah, I've had probably close to 300 chunks of copper ore. Oh, that's not a turn, that was going to get me a bow upgrade. I'm just glad one of these quests had a bow for me. That was nice. Pick up prickly broom leaves. Bandages for Callum. So I'm guessing we're going to have to go back to Callum. Here's one. There's a wolf. Oh, I might. Oh no, he did interrupt me. So yeah, my Guardian, compared to just the other characters where I've done the new leveling streams, and this one I'm only really continuing this because of the Shire and I wanted to finish that. I would have, if I finished the Shire last night, I would have done probably a Warden stream since I wasn't not quite prepared on my Runekeeper for the new thing I'm going to be doing on him. Yeah, that's what I would have done. What was my whole point of that? But yeah, the other characters, the other new leveling character streams, I've only done pretty much the first part of that, got out of the intro, got basically level 15, ready to start beyond them or whatever, and get my crafting, basically set them up to where they can also do the crafting, and just give me a couple hours worth of streaming and intro content to talk about the class quite a bit. But yeah, this character, because of the Shire, has been a bit different, and we're doing the second part here. So yeah, this character is getting higher level because of that as well. The other ones, one of them might have gotten 15 during a stream, I don't know, but the Bjorning I think was the closest one. I don't know if she did get 15 during that or from crafting afterwards. So we need to go. No, I still need one of those prickly things, but I want to go down here to Woodhall. I rarely play on Arkenstone. Anor is basically my home server now. I'll play on Arkenstone occasionally for events like the Loman Skirmish event, but I don't really have any motivation to play that anymore. And just whenever I want to play a high level character or do something that involves the higher level characters, but I'm just haven't enjoyed the content, at least towards end game. I feel like I should kill all these flies again just because I'm here. I don't know what I do have a quest in this area, so yeah. It's not a total waste of time just rounding up a few of these while I'm running here. I feel like I'm running a bit too far and a lot of them are going to start flying away. Yeah. Oh, I still got a good grouping on me. I can't even hit this many with my AoEs. Like, I have AoEs, but they're all 5 targets, I think. They actually didn't apply the bleeds to me, so I took hardly any damage compared to what I used to have taken. So yeah, we got that one ready for turn-in, which is back at Budgeford. I could stop by Stock here. I don't know what else I need to do at Stock once I go here, but I can go ahead and stop here as well along the way. Do I have? I think the next one is Budgeford to Scary. For the one of the satchel things I have to deliver. The mail that the nosy hobbits can't see. Oh no, this is a new quest. I don't know if I just missed this or what's going on. Down there, talk to second sheriff. +2 hope. That's kind of odd. Oh no, there's a quest turn-in at Tuckborough. I don't want to go back there. Great Mirror, we have to go back in the Golden Perch. I never actually did drink this. Old Withy Wendell. What's this one say? It says the best beer in the East Farthing. ... or used to be. And saw you just say you were minstrel class, so you got to 105 and then stopped. Level 105, that was just a really fun level cap for me in LOTRO. I didn't even enjoy that raid they released, the Throne of the Dread Tear, I think it was that one. I didn't enjoy that raid too much. It was not that good of a raid. It actually had an interesting second boss fight, but the raid itself was not good, and the second boss fight was just really buggy. At least when I played it. I think they made some fixes to it and patches to it, but yeah, I enjoyed the raid game. I enjoyed the end game, even though I didn't enjoy like the end game raid, which is kind of odd, I think. But it's kind of nice that they made end game enjoyable without a good end game raid, at least to me. What are we doing? I see that sparkling stuff, but it was just my character probably burping up little bubbles. This beer, this one's getting me like really drunk. I've muddled my wits. Other ones just make me merry. This one I can hardly see. My character's way off to the side of the screen. Like if I zoom in, I'm not even zoomed in all the way and it looks like I am. I'm trying to click her. Selling at midnight. So what do I need? I have Budgeford. And then down to Woodhall. Do I need a... Yeah, it's kind of hard to tell with the ring being this drunk.
Just a moment.
Ooh, that's an actual upgrade piece. Well, I'll take those shoulders. I'm gonna place my freshly crafted gear, not really freshly crafted, but gear actually made on this character with something quest reward. Ulimer Bulgur. Okay, so now I think I can go back to Frogmorton, go ahead and do that. It's really nice that I went ahead and ran the pie all the way to Hobbiton, because I feel like I still need to do that. Usually I do the quest chet and then it seems like do it. Yeah, we got a few places to go. It's like just some cleaning up turn-ins. Actually, I probably could have headed to Woodhall, but I don't know where I'll have to go after Frogmorton. I just assumed I'd have to go back to Budgeford. Let's kill him, finish this. Now I can get my nice bow. Oh, that was it. So we'll go to Woodhall's not too far away, so I don't mind do that. Just mount it up for no reason to have it disappear, but we will. I'll wait to get out of the swamp area. I can't even see that well to see where I would swim or need to do that. Hey, RNX Project and John Drillo. I'm not so sure I agree about the Shire being lit, but it's okay going through it the first time. I unfortunately will admit that it's been enjoyable doing it, just not something I want to do repeatedly. Compared to, like, when I see a lot of people say LOTRO has, like, regular MMO questing, but they probably haven't done the Shire, it is quite a bit different than that, and if you're looking for something different, it's a good zone at least for that. I don't know the rest of the game, it does have some more typical MMO questing.
What can I do for you? Stay a moment.
Defeat Logfoot? Is that a fellowship quest? The Warg of Budgeford. We'll see. I've done a few fellowship quests that are this low level, and they are not nearly fellowship worthy. Where is this? The Warg of Budgeford. Oh, there it is. It's, the green's blending in. Okay, yeah, we'll go up here. Okay, I have another phone call I need to take. Sorry. So, I am back, and this is kind of awkward, but somebody's here, and I have to go. So this is weird, but I will pick this up. I'll probably maybe tomorrow or something do this character again. But I do plan to do another stream this evening, Helagrod with my kinship. But yeah, sorry about this kind of abrupt ending, but thanks everyone for joining, liking, and yeah, all that stuff. And see you all later.